What if the voice inside your head is the very thing destroying your peace? What if the voice inside your head is the thing that hurts you most? We all have an internal narrator, a constant stream of commentary that accompanies us through our days. But for so many of us, that voice is not a kind one. It is not a cheerleader or a gentle guide. Instead, it is a harsh critic, a relentless judge who seems to find fault in everything we do, say, and even think. You hear it every day, in the quiet moments before sleep, in the loud, bustling hours of work. It tells you to be smaller, to take up less space, to silence your opinions and desires. It whispers that you are not quite ready, not quite smart enough, not quite good enough to belong. This voice has a name, a label for this shadowy part of ourselves. Some call it the inner critic. I often call it the inner judge. It is the persistent, pervasive voice that says, not good enough. Recognizing this voice for what it is, a flawed, fear-based part of us, not the whole of us, is the first step. It is the beginning of learning to quiet the critic and finally hear the kinder, truer voice within. The inner judge is not born with us, it is something we learn. Its origins are not mysterious or complex. They trace back to our earliest experiences. The inner judge grows early in the fertile soil of childhood. A child is vulnerable and open-hearted, constantly looking to the adults around them for cues on how to be, how to act, how to feel. A child learns from home, absorbing the spoken rules, absorbing the unspoken rules. A child learns from school, where performance and comparison often measure worth. These small words and gentle corrections can become incredibly loud in a child's developing mind. A child's brain isn't equipped to understand nuance or context. It hears "be careful" not as safety advice, but as a stark warning: the world is dangerous. It hears "try harder" not as encouragement, but as judgment: you're not good enough. They weave into our self-perception, forming the blueprint for the inner judge.
The judge learns the rules for earning love, approval, safety. This protector anticipates criticism by criticizing us first. But that protection can become chains. Constant vigilance confines you to a narrow set of behaviors, imprisoning your authentic self in the name of safety.
We see the world as a courtroom where we're always on trial, with our inner voice as the harshest prosecutor. Many of us live with the inner judge as a constant companion and do not even recognize the damage it is causing. We have become so accustomed to the running commentary of self-criticism that we think it is simply the truth. When we feel the sting of the judge's criticism, the anxiety, the sadness, the feeling of being an imposter, we don't question the source. Instead, we try to fix our feelings by doing more, being better, trying harder to appease the relentless voice inside. This creates a painful and exhausting cycle that takes a significant toll on our mental health, emotional health, physical health. We hide our true selves behind carefully constructed masks of competence, confidence, agreeableness. We work until we burn out, sacrificing our health, sacrificing our relationships on the altar of productivity. This constant performance is deeply isolating. It can erode your self-worth until you genuinely hate the person you see in the mirror. For all the noise and power the inner judge seems to wield, there is a turning point. There is a moment when its hold can begin to weaken. It can be quiet, subtle, profoundly simple. One small step, one small question. The moment you pause and genuinely ask, is this thought actually true? You begin to create a sliver of space between you and the voice. You start to wake up from the trance of automatic self-criticism. Thoughts are just thoughts. They are not facts. You do not have to jump on every thought that floats by like a log in the water. This practice of detached observation is the foundation of mindfulness. You can say, I notice I am having the thought, or more simply, thinking. This tiny act of naming and noticing creates separation. In that small gap between you, the observer, and the thought, freedom is born. You are not the voice in your head. You are the one who hears the voice. Once we learn to create a little space from our inner judge through mindfulness, we can begin to introduce the true antidote to shame: self-compassion. Self-compassion is not soft or weak. It is one of the bravest and most resilient practices we can cultivate. It is saying to yourself, in a moment of struggle, this is really hard right now. I am doing the best I can with what I have. What you need in that moment is a gentle hand on your back. You need a voice that says, it's okay. Everyone struggles. You are still worthy of love and respect. Self-compassion directly heals the wound of shame, reassuring the wounded part of you that it is not alone and that it is worthy of care. A perfectionist can begin to heal by intentionally practicing imperfection. Turn in a project that is good enough instead of perfect. An achiever can start to find work beyond their wings. Schedule unstructured downtime. Explore hobbies for simple enjoyment. Celebrate effort. A people pleaser can learn to say no with care, starting small, tuning into their own needs and honoring them. An overthinker can take tiny, concrete steps despite doubt, proving they can handle uncertainty. First, watch your thoughts and give the judge a name. That's just my judge talking. There goes Gremlin George again. Second, pause before you react. Take one single, slow, deliberate breath. Feel your feet on the floor. Third, practice kind self-talk. Instead of, I am such a failure, try, I tried my best, and that's okay. This was a learning experience. Fourth, learn and acknowledge your triggers. Notice when shame gets loudest and prepare with extra compassion. Fifth, and finally, choose one small brave act. The way to disprove the judge is through action. Small moves, repeated over time, are what change a life. Do not rush. Be gentle with yourself. Healing is like water. It flows slowly and always finds the way. You are not your judge. You are the one who hears it. You are the vast, compassionate awareness beneath all that noise. Because you are the listener, you can choose to turn down the volume. Healing begins the moment you stop believing every thought in your mind. Imagine morning light spilling into a room after a long dark night. Imagine your chest feeling soft and open instead of tight and constricted with anxiety. Imagine a friend who knows your imperfections, your struggles, your quirks, and smiles because they see the real you. You are never meant to spend your life fighting yourself. Confidence, peace, freedom, healing, meaningful relationships all grow as the judge grows quiet. Your worth is not a prize to win, nor hidden behind the next promotion, the perfect body, or a flawless project. Your worth is here, right now. It has always been there. It is quiet. It is unshakable. It is true. So, start with one kind breath. Inhale a little compassion for yourself and exhale a little bit of the tension. Speak one kind word to yourself today, even if it feels foreign. The greatest prison is the one created by your own mind, and the greatest freedom is learning to love yourself without shame. What is the biggest lie your inner critic has told you? This helped. Like, subscribe, and share your truth below. Your voice may free someone else.